As you set up with a lot of lead wrist angle here, what you then do in the takeaway is as you take the club back, because I know you've been struggling with an inside takeaway, is you take that angle in that lead wrist and then you flatten it. Now you see when I flatten it, two things happen. Number one, it hoods the face down a lot. And number two, where does the club head go? Club head goes inside. From there, so you flatten that left wrist, that lead wrist, sorry. Then from there, club head's behind your hand slightly. As you then turn to the top, you've been told to add loads of depth, but the issue with that is your hands now start to work too flat and behind you. So your lead arm is lower than your shoulders. Your body reacts by that by then falling forwards towards the ball as a counterbalance. So now the only thing you can do on the way down is kick your hips underneath you, pull your head back to refine balance. This drops the club excessively under, and then from there, there's your block or your hook or your pull hook or whatever it's going to be depending on how you release the club and square that face up. Now, in terms of then the takeaway, so what I want you to do, usually I would prescribe a drill, and the drill is actually the drill that you're doing. You made it, and it's the alignment stick in at an angle right there. I already know you know how to do that, so the exercise I want you to do is that. But when doing that exercise, the feeling I actually want you to focus on is your lead wrist. So let's just say at address, because you have a stronger grip here, you have, I don't know, 30 degrees of cup. Let's just say you have 30 degrees of cup, just a random number off the top of my head. As you take this club back, you need to feel like you maintain that cup during the takeaway. Now, if you're able to do that, look at what happens straight away. If I maintain the same angle I start with at address in that lead wrist, you can see how as I take that club back, it gets that club face in a really nice position and it gets the club head in a good position. So the face isn't too far down to the ground. It's just leaning slightly forwards, but it keeps that club head in a really nice spot. So if I grip my lead hand here with a really strong grip, kind of like a Matthew Fitzpatrick, but then I take this club back and I maintain the cup in that lead wrist, you see how it keeps the club in a great position? If at any point I let that wrist flatten, the club head goes inside. To maintain the angle in that lead wrist, you'll find that the club head works into a better position. Use that drill that you're already doing with the alignment stick, and then from there, start to ingrain it. And you can see then that club wants to set up on plane more, doesn't want to go inside, and from there you're going to hit a lot better shots.